think when I saw you at the first Hunger Games, you were probably about her size.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was about 12, I think. Yeah.
I know, and you grew up on this series.
I did grow up on this series, 10 to 15 now. I'm almost 16. So yeah, it's crazy.
Does it surprise you now that at this point that it's wrapped, it's over, and now we have the DVDs coming out for people to watch at home and enjoy all over again?
It is surprising, but I swear it still hasn't hit me that it's over. I swear. It's the weirdest thing. It's almost like because the fans still talk about it all the time and continue to kind of just compliment us on our work, it almost feels like it's not over yet, which is interesting. So it still hasn't hit me. I don't know when it will. Maybe it won't be for another 10 years. Who knows?
Well, a lot of the fans are your age. Yes. So what do they ask you for advice, or what's kind of the most touching contact you've had from the fans?
Oh gosh, it's really amazing because the fans are my age, and I feel like that's why they love the character Prim so much, is that they can kind of relate to her on different levels. I mean, and they're amazing. They've asked for advice on acting and theater and different art and how to follow whatever you want to do and work hard. And it's amazing to see young people really interacting with the film industry and following their dreams and things like that. And it's amazing to see that, and to think that maybe I influence them in some way is pretty crazy.
Well, have you stayed in touch with your castmates, and particularly Jennifer? I mean, do you guys, are you like sisters for life?
Yeah, for sure. I think, we all bonded so much. I mean, we had 5 years to bond over filming and press and grueling press days, and we had fun through all of it, though. No matter how much work we had to do and how many long hours we had, we just had fun, goofed off in between scenes, and it made the whole thing really fun. So yeah, I've stuck in touch with a lot. Jen, Josh, Liam, Jenna Malone, yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
There's a ton of extras on this four movie disc. Were you part of the extras, and what can people expect to see from you?
Oh gosh, honestly, I haven't seen the extras yet, so I'm not positive, but I'm sure I'm in there somewhere. I know I saw a little clip of me and Jen goofing around on set one day, so there'll be a bit in there probably, but I think it'll be cool for fans to just kind of see the behind the scenes of how to make a movie and what goes into it and how much we really goof off and stuff on set, but they'll get to kind of have an inside look.
Now, you have another film that you've either been working on or you're going to work on called The Wonder. Can you talk a little bit about that? And you filmed it in China and New Zealand?
Yeah, I just finished with that, and it was amazing. It was my first leading role, actually, which was very challenging. But yeah, I filmed 2 months in China, so I lived in China for 2 months and then a month in New Zealand, which was incredible. Totally different experience. But yeah, it was amazing. It's a family adventure film, so it'll be really good for young kids, and I think it's another way to connect with young people, which I love to do because it's I found it's a really personal way to connect with, kids my own age and even younger.
That's great. Does it have kind of a science fiction or fantasy element?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of scientific. I mean, that's what was really interesting about it for me, which drew me in, is that it was a kids' film that was very scientific, and it was something to make kids think and, kind of just like the Hunger Games. I mean, they said it was a teen film, but let's be honest, it's an amazing teen film that even adults love and are questioning things and thinking. And so I would kind of compare it to that in the sense, because it is scientific, it makes you think, and it's really exciting, and it's got some action in it. I had to do a few stunts, which I was pretty excited about, so yeah.
Now, was that your first trip to Asia, or have you been to other Asian countries?
That was my first trip to Asia, so it was amazing, yeah. And I went to Qingdao, China, Beijing, kind of all over China to film. And then I went to Auckland, New Zealand, and Queenstown, New Zealand, so it was a really amazing shoot, yeah.
Great. And I know you've been saying it all afternoon, but what is your favorite moment from this, either from watching it as a scene or from when you were performing it?
Oh, gosh. I don't really want to say the same thing over and over again, but I have my favorites. I mean, I loved filming this scene with Jen in Mockingjay Part 1, where we're in the bunk bed together talking in the middle of the night, and I felt like it was such an emotional scene. It wasn't really emotional because we weren't crying or anything, but there was something really deep to it, I feel like, and there was a lot behind both of our characters that we loved, and we just both had fun together. Like, in between scenes, we just laid there and talked to each other, and it felt so real, as if, you know, we were laying there talking to each other as sisters in real life, and then all of a sudden they just turned on the camera and we kept going, so it was amazing.
Well, for the fans that haven't read everything about you at this point, what would surprise people to know about you? Like, what do you have, like a special hobby or an ability? Can you juggle, or, you know, is there something that you like to do as just for fun?
I wish I had really weird special abilities. I'm really into a lot of different art, which probably isn't surprising, but my dad's a photographer and filmmaker, so you know, I've just recently gotten really into doing film photography, so that's really difficult, and I've been developing my own film and cutting and sliding it all, and then so that's been really difficult. So that's kind of one of my new hobbies, is all of the film stuff. But other than that, yeah, just art in general is my thing. Yeah, June. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I have to get on that driving thing. Yeah, that's what I've been busy with. I'm like trying to apply to driver's ed, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know if I'm scared or if I'm excited.
Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you. Thank you so much.